I'm here. And wherever you go, I will follow.
Hey guys, and welcome to MixedUp. I'm Smokedship.
And this is Kankicks.
Today we'll be giving you our initial impressions for Horizon Zero Dawn. So let's jump right in to see whether Guerrilla Games' first foray into the now crowded third-person action RPG genre is worth your time and, more importantly, worth your money. Wow. That's the first exclamation we muttered under our breaths as we saw a series of beautifully crafted intro shots for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Beasts of air, water, earth, and steel.
The game has this ability to make you care about and relate to characters within the first few minutes of meeting them. Most of the game's characters, barring a few side ones, are well written and voiced over, though some of the facial expressions can come across as a little stiff and disjointed, especially when compared to the likes of Uncharted 4. Horizon's story is ambitious to say the least. It's told from the perspective of Aloy, who as a child is deemed an outcast by her own tribe. What she goes through growing up as an orphan is well written and presented with empathy.
The questions she has about her origin, mistreatment, her worth, her real purpose in life are thought-provoking and provide a strong context to her motivations and actions throughout the game.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
The best thing about Horizon is that unlike Witcher 3 or Dragon Age Inquisition, which can feel front-loaded to someone new, Zero Dawn takes its time to organically familiarize you with the world, characters, and its lore, in a way that it does not intimidate you.
The narrative and dialogue are pretty well executed, adding layers of intrigue and complexity to the plot at a comfortable pace. Horizon Zero Dawn masterfully creates mystery and intrigue around the post-apocalyptic world within which it's set. By the time Horizon's world opens up to you to explore, you're already itching to find out what's out there for the sake of the story, characters, and just simple curiosity.
The graphics and the world building are brilliant and very smartly executed. The stellar art direction executes the far future yet primal feel of the world very well, showing humanity's reset yet the never-ending cycle of destroying one another and the world that they live in. Bringing the dense and detailed world of Horizon to life is Guerrilla Games' shiny new Decima engine that renders the world mostly at steady 30 FPS even on the base PS4 model. Yeah, that's a thing now.
Horizon's world has a character of its own. The heterogeneous environments organically change from hot to cold to dry to rainy, somewhat akin to The Witcher 3. Not only that, the world's lore is also fleshed out, with conversations leading to talks about large and small cities and tribes, stories about kings and warriors, both ruthless and kind.
The 13th king is dead. 2 years now. Who killed him? The 14th.
Horizon really delves deep into different religions, customs, codes, and the way of living.
What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind, sailing the sky.
The music blends futuristic sci-fi electronic tones with the overarching pieces reflecting awe and wonder from open-world fantasy genres, all blending together to form one of the best background scores in gaming. It does a great job of setting up the mood, be it the emotional tones during a heartfelt moment or low ominous beats that give a worrisome impression.
Lots of machines. All control. Lenora managed to take down a crafter.
The sound design blends the peaceful elements of natural surroundings with the ripples of streams, rustling of leaves, chirps and grunts of animals with sounds of whirs, electrical zaps, pneumatic actuators, and earth-shaking thuds of the machines.
The gameplay consists of quite a bit of traversal, resource gathering, and even a bunch of fetch quests. The side quests are pretty well done, though not on the same level of The Witcher 3, but also not as bland as those in Dragon Age Inquisition. The thing is that Horizon initially establishes itself so well that the intrigue of exploration and the thrill of getting that much closer to Aloy's questions make tasks like traversal and resource gathering much less tedious than they otherwise would be. Long distances can be traversed using the mounts, which are basically striders, one of the horse-like machines which can be hacked. This is an interesting game element, but does come at the cost of convenience, as you don't always have a mount at your beck and call, and have to find a pack of striders to hack one. Also, this hacking mechanism can later on be used to hack other machines, for one purpose or another.
Because harvesting from dead machines and gathering for resources is a big part of the game, it is worth mentioning that the inventory UI is pretty well worked out for consoles, being legible and bold and intuitive, and does not get cumbersome or overbearing. Combat is split between ranged and melee, though melee did feel a little slow for our tastes. You constantly need to juggle between various ammo types and pre-plan your attacks by scanning the machine's movement patterns and their weaknesses using the focus. Additionally, you have the traps like blast and shock damage, and also have something known as tripcaster that you can lay beforehand on the machine's patrol patterns. The combat is fun and varied, with a nice set of skill sets to complement your playstyle.
Though these machines do display authentic animal-like qualities, it is to some extent marred by the sometimes dodgy AI. But rest assured, the AI is still competent enough to provide you with a genuine challenge and is reactive enough to punish you for bad positioning, so be careful. Apart from machines, there are also human enemies that you would need to occasionally fight. But these human targets are not as exciting to fight against, and their AI is not at par as those of the machine.
The game uses a combination of various mechanics borrowed from other games, such as the dialogue wheel from Mass Effect, the map scanning from Far Cry and Assassin's Creed series, detective mode from Batman Arkham series, with some aspects of Far Cry Primal also thrown in there. But the game does not feel like something cobbled together with wires and duct tapes. On the contrary, it's more like a beautifully synchronized symphony of mechanics, art styles, and music, all coming together to form a memorable experience.
Horizon just looks phenomenal in motion. As you move through the lush green forest, you see the foliage reacting to the wind, and the tall flowers flap against each other as you sneak your way through. Though there are some niggles, of course, like the sometimes clunky traversal while riding your mount, or the facial animations not having the expressiveness to match the voiceovers, and even the unconvincing dialogue of some NPCs.
I know you do. And my thoughts go with you.
But in a game of this scale, none of the above detract from the experience in any considerable way. In fact, even noticing them makes you feel like you're looking at the finger when someone points to the stars.
Horizon is a game that comes once every few years. It's a game that needs to be sipped and will engage you regardless of your choice of games. It's a must-buy for every PS4 owner, and if you don't have one, then Horizon is a compelling reason to own one.
Sure, Horizon Zero Dawn may not be the perfect game, but it sure does deliver an unforgettable experience. This is Mixed Up, signing off.